Claude just dropped a new /design command inside Claude Code. This brings the previous Claude Design canvas interface directly inside our Claude Code workspace, meaning that we no longer need to export projects between the two platforms. It all just works seamlessly together now. This new canvas allows us to easily view and iterate on the design of anything we are building inside Claude Code. So instead of telling Claude Code to make changes, waiting for it to write that code, then viewing it in your browser, we can either make the changes ourselves on the canvas in seconds or get Claude to modify the design itself. And because it is a canvas, we can view multiple design variations all at once very easily, rather than making a website or app and trying to think of other ways that it could look. By the end of this video, you're going to be an expert at using this new /design command, and you'll be on your way to making websites and apps that look better than ever. So without wasting any time, this is the brand new canvas inside of Claude Code right here. This is on the right-hand side. So on the left, of course, is our traditional Claude Code desktop app. But if we look at this, I can now scroll around and this is a canvas. So I can literally move around it. It does look very similar to Figma. We have each of these boards here. And inside of this, we have the design. In this case, it's my personal bio site. And I was able to simply tell Claude that I wanted to see multiple different design variations of my personal bio site. Using the /design command, it was able to open this panel up, give me each of these design variations. And now I can look at a particular design. I can click on this play button right here and view the actual website as a standalone page right here. Now, previously, if you've used Claude Design before, you're probably very familiar with this interface. So this is Claude Design, where we're able to tell Claude to do a very similar thing as to what I showcased just then. This right here are multiple different examples of my personal website with very different looking designs that we're looking at right here. And essentially, this is very similar to that design canvas we just looked at. We're able to move around. We're able to look at these different designs right here. I can even go into it and click these buttons, and it's all very interactive. But one of the big downsides of this is how we can actually take one of these designs and get it working inside of Claude Code. Previously, what we needed to do is go to the top right, click on share, and then send it into our Claude project. Now, of course, this certainly worked, and you can just click this button to send these designs into Claude. But we can see when clicking into it, it is a bit of a mess around. To be honest, it's a bit of a headache in order to get these designs into Claude Code. It's not very seamless. And then especially if you want to make changes to the designs as well, it certainly is not seamless at all between Claude Design and Claude Code. Essentially, I would need to copy this prompt and copy the files that have been generated here, send that into my instance of Claude Code, and then get it to look at them and decide what it wants to do with them. But of course, now it's natively integrated. It's way more seamless, and I can even just ask Claude to make changes, to create more whiteboards, to update stuff. And so it is far more interactive than ever before. And I'd say that it's actually usable now. Okay, so before I showcase what we can actually do with this canvas and the power of the canvas in terms of design, I'll just quickly go through how to get this set up in the first place and how we can get this canvas running on the side here. So what you need to do is just come over to the Claude desktop app, of course, go into the folder where your particular project is. This is, of course, going to work best if you have a website or some sort of a web app where design is very important for it. And all that we need to do very simply is type /design into the prompt box right here. And you'll see at the top that we have design coming up right here. And it should say on the right side, create a design canvas, a multi-artboard visual design. So we'll click into this, and then you'll see right here, after typing /design, is now asking us what exactly we want to design. So of course, if you don't have a website or a web app already built in a folder and you are just starting from scratch, you can just go ahead, type /design, and then tell it to design you a website or a web app. And it's obviously going to get started in that design process. The key thing to note is that this is purely for design. This is not actually coding itself. Now, in my case, in this folder, I have my personal website in that folder. And so I'm going to tell it that I would like to view a couple different variations of the personal website that I have existing at the moment. Hey, Claude, can you go ahead and give me 5 different variations of the existing personal bio site that I have at the moment? I'd like to see quite a few different unique designs. Can you make them all very different to each other as well? Okay, so I just speech to text that through. Looks like I kind of messed up my command here. So I'm going to quickly put that command back in and make sure that it is still working there. And now I'm going to go ahead and send this off, and it should go ahead and get started in its /design process of our exact request here. Okay, so here we go. It's finally loaded. And so automatically it opened up this canvas as it was going through, creating all of these variations. It just opened it up on the right-hand side. I didn't have to do anything other than putting the /design in the initial conversation message. So that's all we need to do. And now we have it all open for us. And of course, on the right-hand side, we can now see the multiple different 5 different variations of the bio site website that I told it to create. So we can have a look here and scroll through the different design variations that it's created for me. So of course, working very similar similar to Claude Design. We get them all sort of laid out on this canvas board, and we can ultimately just pick the variation that we like and then continue to work on it from there. So let's say that I like this design right here, which I do think looks pretty cool. I can click on this play button right here and then view this site in the slightly bigger view right here, and we can hover over these buttons and just see exactly what's going on. Now, let's say I wanted to see multiple different variations of the design, this one right here that I liked. Very simply, I can come to Claude now and just tell it to create me multiple different versions of number 3, which this one is. And then live on the canvas, everything's going to get updated for us. We don't have to wait for it to manually code out anything. And the biggest benefit is that we don't have to like open up individual website links and then go between the different tabs to look at the different designs. We're going to be able to see everything on the canvas right here. Hey Claude, I really like the design of number 3. Can you create a couple different variations of that exact design? I'd like to see one which has got some blue styling as the theme color. And if you could just do one that's very similar styling, but just slightly different, just to see exactly what it could look like. Okay, so I'll go ahead and send that off, and we should get back on the canvas a couple of different variations of number 3. Okay, and here we go. We've just got back the 2 design variations that I asked for. And so we can see the same sort of design has come through here with the sort of blue styling instead. And then we've got this styling right here, which is sort of just slightly modified the location of the buttons below it, but really just trying to prove the point that it's very easy to get multiple different design variations coming up on the canvas that we can compare against each other very easily. And essentially in the past, comparing this to what we would do traditionally is that we would have told Claude Code to just update our design with the changes that we would have wanted to make. It would have changed everything, and then it would be very hard to compare that against the other stuff. So purely from a design perspective, this is pretty amazing that we are able to do this all natively. Now, if you've liked what you've seen as much as I have, please subscribe to the channel down below. I've got a lot more Claude content like this coming out, so I'd really like you to subscribe and you'll get notified right away when my next video comes out. And stay tuned because I'm about to go through how we can specifically modify the colors and fonts just like you would in Figma on this canvas. And then I'm going to go through how we can actually take this just from a design to a fully functional website or web app from the design canvas. Okay, so at this stage, we've got a couple of different variations that we might like, but obviously we don't want to design an entire new artboard or canvas every time that we might want to change the color of something. And so all we need to do is go ahead and click into this particular artboard. Once we've clicked into it, we can hover over these elements. As you can see right here, it's highlighting all of the text elements, a lot of these sort of box elements, the images as well. So let's say I wanted to change the color of this blue background of the text right here. Simply by clicking into this, you'll see a new tab option pop up, very similar to what you'd get on something like Photoshop or Figma. We can then click this properties button right here. If I click into this, it's now going to open up this right-hand side panel, which once again, very similar to something like Photoshop or Figma, where we've got the full control on controlling and designing literally whatever we'd like. And so once again, if you're thinking, why are we going to go through and manually do any of this ourselves? It's because I do think that the design process is still quicker if we just quickly update things ourselves. For example, I can now scroll down, click onto this blue color, click into color, and now with this sort of color panel, I can literally pick exactly what kind of color I want to have a look at in this particular design. And I can very easily change this slider and just see exactly what these different colors look like on this website. If I wanted to make these exact same changes through the interface of Claude, it would just take way longer. If I told it to update this particular box and change it to a particular color of the gradient right here, we would have to wait for it to make that update. It would then output the updated design canvas, and then we'd have to then ask it again to change it to a different color. And it just takes a lot longer than literally just clicking into 2 buttons and then going through this entire color picker right here. Of course, there's a lot more than changing colors that we can do here. Of course, you can see all the settings related to the actual text content itself. You could change this to Smith, hit enter, and then we'll see the text changes as well. You can see these square elements around the text as well. And this actually allows us to increase the size of the background as well. So really the best way to learn this is just to play around with this yourself, try and change things the way that you'd like. And eventually over time, you will just get better and better at using this interface. But once again, we really do have a lot of control here. If I wanted to change the radius of this box, so that's sort of the curved edges, I could bump this up to 50 pixels, hit enter, and you'll see right here, we've now got these curved edges on the text here now as well. We can just click in the top right on this sort of blue properties panel. We can then close the panel and we can scroll around and change other stuff as well. Let's say we wanted to change this box right here, click into properties. We can scroll around and change whatever we want. We can move around on the canvas so we can see this more clearly. But of course, we can change this color once again to whatever we want to change this color to. We can change the radius of this to 50 as well. Okay, so now you know how to create the design canvas with multiple different variations and individually update those variations as well. But now, how do we actually turn this into a fully functional website that Claude is going to take the design of and then code and put on a website? Well, that's exactly what I'm about to go go through. So stay tuned, keep watching the video because this is going to be the best part of the video. Okay, so at this stage, this artboard that I've updated is called 03A. I'm now going to mention to Claude that this is the design that I would like to move forward with, and I'm going to go ahead and tell it to locally run this web page. Hey Claude, I've just made some modifications to the 03A artboard. This is the one that I want to move forward with. If you could now locally host this on my computer so I can view this website, play around with it, and make sure that it's exactly perfect before I go ahead and host this. But do make sure that this is a fully functional website. I do want to make sure that it is all working properly with all the links and any animations, etc. Okay, so I've just mentioned exactly what I want. I want to run it locally first. I don't want to get this pushed off to a server yet, but it is as simply telling it exactly the artboard that you've edited. Just tell it to host that and we'll see what exactly happens. And once again, just to compare this to what the process was before on Claude Design, we would now have to be exporting this design from Claude Design. We'd have to be uploading it into our instance of Claude Code here. It would have to then understand exactly what this design is. And only then would it be able to then locally host it. But if we wanted to make any changes to that design, we would kind of be stuck. We'd have to go back to Claude Design, make any updates, create different variations, take them back, give it back to Claude. So it's really a bit of a mess around. But you'll see in just a second that this is going to host itself locally, and we're still going to be able to make modifications and updates to the design on the canvas and have it updated in the live version. Okay, so here we go. It's now given us back a local host link. And if I go ahead and visit this site on my browser, you'll see that we've got the page back right here, all running and functional. And you can see we've got buttons. And if we click into these buttons, we can see they actually work. So this is a functional website now running on this page. Now, one thing that you might notice is that the updates that we made on the canvas actually didn't update. You can see that we didn't get the color change here or the color change here. So that is one thing I'm going to come back to Claude and ask what happened there. Once again, not exactly sure what happened and why it didn't change, but I'm going to send this through and we'll see what changes. Okay, so I managed to get this working now, and we got both of these elements have now updated. The one thing that I forgot to do is just to save the canvas right here. So in the top right, you'll see this save button. Once you've made any changes, just make sure to hit the save button in the top right. Otherwise the agent won't see the new changes, of course. Once you've hit saved, it'll see the new changes and it will reflect it, in the live site. But we can now see on the webpage, it's all running. We've got the new text elements updated as well, and it should be all good to go. If you're interested in learning how to use Claude to design logos and professional brand kits, check out this video right here where I go through step by step exactly how I did that.